Good evening and welcome to the Fairfield City School District Board of Education meeting for March 20th, 2025. Call to order. The first order of business is appointment of Treasurer Pro Tem Jerry Lynn Gundrum. I'll accept a motion to accept that recommendation.
I make a motion.
Second.
Mr. Napier and Mr. Clark, I will call the roll. Mr. Napier?
Here.
That was yes. Yeah. Mr. Clark?
Yes.
Mrs. Birding Miller?
Yes.
Mrs. Gundrum?
I'll abstain.
And Mr. Bagley, yes. So the motion passes 4-0. Mrs. Gundrum is our Treasurer Pro Tem. Will you please call the roll?
Yes, Mr. Bagley.
Here.
Mrs. Birding Miller.
Present.
Mr. Clark.
Present.
Mrs. Gundrum, present. Mr. Napier.
Yes.
You're doing great.
Called the roll the first time.
Thank you. Our next order of business is the Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Napier, would you lead us, please?
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Napier. Presentations. Mr. Smith.
Yes, Mr. Bagley, members of the board, we do have one presentation this evening, and that is a school spotlight on East Elementary. At this time, I will turn it over to our building principal. Looks like she may introduce some additional friends. I'll turn it over to Mrs. Roxana Wyatt.
Pardon me while I move this microphone. Hi, I'm Roxana Wyatt, building principal.
Jonathan McInerney, assistant principal.
Michelle Robinson, school counselor. We do have several friends with us here this evening. They are our Wacky Watermelon group. So tonight we are going to discuss East Elementary does something very special. We've been doing it for the last 3 years called Houses. And so tonight we created a very special house group for you in this presentation. So without further ado, we are going to go ahead and talk about East Houses and what that looks like. But before we move on, let's go ahead and give our brave friends here a round of applause for that. All right, you're gonna do awesome. Okay, so, oops. It's not moving to the next thing. All right, the next thing we wanted to talk about was the fun facts about houses that surround it. It does happen in a school setting, even though it's called a house. But in our school setting, we break all of our students into smaller groups, and it's by grade levels, or we mix the grade levels. So we have grade levels 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 that we have participate in the activity. So we will have a group of houses that take up about 13 kiddos, and we'll have some from each grade level to make that house. Often each house has a unique name or theme, and so our students who we created for this group came up with a bunch of different names, and then we voted. How many times? Show me with your fingers. Did we end up voting to come up with a name? Twice, that's right, because we had to eliminate some. And so by popular demand, we were the Wacky Watermelons. So for tonight, for this evening, this group is our Wacky Watermelons. But in the houses, what happens is it fosters a sense of belonging, and it does create a smaller, more manageable community within the school to build strong connections and relationships with other students and staff. So they will continue with their same one house leader, which is the staff member, for the entire time they are at East. So from first grade through 5th grade, and the only time that changes if they move and they're no longer here. If they move back in, we try really hard to get them in their same house.
All right, so there's a team of teachers that make up the Houses Committee. They volunteer to help me out. And we come up with the lessons. Those teachers work together to create the lessons. They are related to the topics assigned related to P2, which is a curriculum we have for SEL here at East and all of the elementary schools. And when a new student comes, I place them in a house. So good thing I had experience with middle school scheduling. because it's very similar in how we place them. And like Miss Wyatt said, it's from grades 1 through 5. So you could have, 2 first graders, 3 third graders. It's a mix of all of the grades. So yeah, that's how the committee is formed. These are some of the topics that are addressed throughout the year, also related to the Positivity Project P2.
So our houses, they meet the last Friday of every month. So once a month for 30 minutes. So that's our first 30-minute block of the day. So students are released all at one time and find their way to their house setting that's in the same spot every session. So they consist, like Mrs. Wyatt said, of group students in grades 1 through 5 with approximately 13 students in each house setting to build that community. They meet in classrooms, conference rooms. We have them meet even in the cafeteria. So we just maximize our space and we utilize as many staff members as we can to build those positive relationships with our students.
All right, so it is about building that community. And like we have mentioned numerous times, we get kids from different grade levels together, and it does provide a sense of mentorship among them. And it's really nice when you see them in the hallways. If they see like a house member, they'll like smile, it's almost like a little celebrity status. Or even their house leader. Some of our students can then turn to that house leader if they maybe need someone to go to or want something to celebrate and share with. So it just gives them that extra person in the building who they can have that lasting relationship with for their entire time here at East. And so we did talk about, as far as like building community, some of the things that we do for building community is coming up with like a group name. Some houses come up with group chants. Because our house here today was thrown together really quickly, we decided to not come up with a chant and take the time to learn it, but we're going to show one from another group that they did. So here we go. It's really quick.
Flamingos, fierce, fierce flamingos.
And so that was Mrs. Stite's house group that you just saw, and they are the Fierce Flamingos. Oh, and I think we already touched base on this about the mentorship. I know I did. And students are able to look up to their older peers. And when we did speak with some of our students about how they feel as a leader in the building, to be able to be someone that our younger kids could look up to, it really makes them feel positive and wonderful on the inside.
So to get that perspective from the students, we do have some student reviews to share with you this evening.
What do you like most about houses at East Elementary?
You can do crafts and you meet different people from grades, and that's really fun.
What do you like most about houses at East Elementary?
They teach you that what you can and can't do to people, and they're really entertaining.
All right, so today we're getting down to the fun part. So we gave you a quick little synopsis of what houses is at East, or how it's made. When a house comes together, there is a lesson that's taught, and it does go on one of our character traits that we're learning through Positivity Project each month. So that's the focus. Today we are going to do a lesson on perseverance, because that's where we are this month. And with further ado, our house leader, Mrs. Robinson, is going to teach the lesson, and we're going to help facilitate. We would appreciate any board members who would like to join in the lesson to join us right now. It can be a sitting moment, but once we get into the activity, if you'd like to join us, it might be a fun activity for you to join us. Okay.
Tables? Out here, the tables? Would you like them up?
You want us out there now?
Oh, not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet, not yet. Okay. You tell us when.
They're just overachievers here.
That's right.
We're excited.
I want to make sure they understand their role.
So usually, this is how the lesson is formed. We always start out with a discussion question. So does anyone here know what the word perseverance means? I'm gonna give you 5 seconds to think about it.
And sometimes we're usually kind of around a table, so let's go ahead and just stand around a table and make certain you have a shoulder partner, someone that you can talk to. All right, we're gonna make you guys a triplet. You wanna step down here? Thank you very much. All right, so you'll be triplets if we have a shoulder partner active, okay? All right.
All right, so, anyone have an idea of what the word perseverance means? Yes? So he said it means to keep going when things are hard. Agree or disagree? Does anybody else want to add to that? What perseverance means? For $1 million? No? Okay. All right, so that's exactly what it means, right? Not to give up. So we're going to show a video that talks about perseverance. We do. We're going to talk about a video. Perseverance.
This episode is brought to you by Rocket Kids Connect. Everything Rocket Kids in one easy-to-use solution to supplement your important SEL lessons. Hey there, people of the world. I'm Morgan, and this is 2-Minute Mindset from Rocket Kids. We are here today to talk about something super important, perseverance. Now, I know that's a big word, but don't worry. I'll break it down for you in a way that's super easy to understand. So, what is perseverance? Well, think of it like this. It's like when you're trying to learn a new dance move, and no matter how many times you mess up, you keep on trying until you get it just right. Perseverance is all about nothing. Even when things get tough, you keep going, you push on, you get past the hard stuff, and you get there. So, yeah, having perseverance is cool, but it's also powerful. How? Well, I'm glad you asked. Firstly, when you persevere, you build resilience. That means you learn how to bounce back from failures and setbacks, which is a super important skill to have in life. It's like a superpower that helps you keep going, no matter what. Secondly, perseverance helps you reach your goals. Imagine you have a dream of becoming an astronaut or a famous artist. Well, with perseverance, you can overcome obstacles and keep working towards your dream, one step at a time. It's all about staying committed and never losing sight of what you want to achieve. And finally, perseverance teaches you valuable life lessons. When you face challenges and setbacks, you learn important things about yourself, like how strong and determined you can be. It's like each obstacle is a stepping stone that helps you grow and become the best version of yourself. And who doesn't want that? So, there you have it. Perseverance is like your secret weapon for facing any challenge that comes your way. Remember, no matter how tough things may seem, just keep on pushing forward and never give up. You've got this. Thanks for being here. We will see you next time, and always be your best self, because it's the only way to be.
A reminder to check in at rocketkidsonline.com to see all the cool things we're...
All right, so the definition of perseverance, kind of reiterating that. Sorry, I didn't memorize it. All right, perseverance is the ability to keep working towards a goal even when it's difficult or frustrating. It's a character trait that involves sticking with a task, activity, or learning process. All right, so I want you to turn and talk to your partner. First discussion question is there a time in your life that you had to show perseverance? So talk about a time that maybe you wanted to give up, but you didn't, and you persevered, you kept going.
Once you and your partner have had an opportunity to share, you can give us a thumbs up so we know you're ready. All right. And so you two are going to talk with each other and think about what you are. It's okay. Maybe we can test you this study. Yes. Because you probably found it. So then what? Anything you're going to ask? And I see some thumbs up over here. thumbs up over here. All right, we have some good examples.
All right, so I'd like to share out an example of a time that they wanted to give up maybe, but showed some perseverance. I heard some good ones over here.
Ride a bike. Learning how to ride a bike.
Learning how to ride a bike. Probably fell many times, right? And kept going. What would have happened if you stopped and just gave up?
I wouldn't have been able to ride by myself.
Maybe walking a lot, huh? All right, anybody else want to share out? Time when they persevered?
I learned how to tie my shoe.
Yes, absolutely. How many times did that take?
Maybe a lot of weeks.
Many weeks, yes. Very good. Anybody else? All right, thank you for sharing out.
I did hear one really good school-related one. So one of my friends shared out that studying for a math test and learning how to solve problems. Sometimes you come across a problem, he said that you just needed some extra time and a lot of practice. And then I think he got a really good grade on his test because he kept practicing. All right.
All right, so this is where you all come in. We're going to do an activity that takes perseverance. We call it the cup stacking activity. So teams will be made up of 4 students or board members, adults. Each team will have to come up with a way to stack their cups using only rubber bands, strings, and cups. And we do have a quick video that Shane's going to show of just some of examples.
Right, yeah, for sure.
And the key to this is that you cannot use your hands. You have to use only the strings and the rubber bands.
Even if it falls on the ground.
I don't think the example video is working so well.
Yeah, I think it's not working.
But we can do it.
So what they're going to do is...
Look at that.
We can do it. Jonathan, you and me. We'll do it. All right. Why not? All right. Let's see. Lovely lady, would you join? All right, so we're just going to show you really quickly what this would look like. So there are 4 of us. We might have to communicate to make this happen. Let's start with the first. All right, so let's start with the first one.
I see.
Stack.
Can you handle that better?
All right.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so it's like closer together. Yep. And then like that. Woo! Hey, it's that easy. But we have to make a pyramid so that it's 3 on the bottom, 2 on the top.
Pay no hand.
1. So you cannot use your hands. All right.
Gotta have 3 more now. Who wants to be in the mic?
Me, Brian, me.
So you'll come grab this string.
Oh, and we're gonna wait till all teams are ready to start. Yep, we're not gonna start till all teams start. Of course, we have to put a little challenge into this to see what team will win. I mean,
You're going to be on
build their pyramid first. I didn't say win.
Hold on a minute.
Oh,
team of 3, you could have one person.
Then how about we make those two be base, then
Well, but not with your hands.
yeah.
All right, it looks like all teams are ready. Oh, we have to have everybody start at the same time. Okay, all right, are you ready? Go. Oh, I hear the communication going on over here. Nice job. All right. This team's doing a very nice job of talking to each other over here. You guys, oh, you're doing better than we did earlier when we were practicing. Oh, no hands. Remember, that's the hard part. So you might have to push it with the other cup.
You just have to push this one back into place.
Start yet?
Great job, guys. Good job. Well done. I don't know how much perseverance this team had to do. I bet you if they had this way.
Is that the second time that happened? That's what I thought.
Lucy made it real easy. She did. I mean, she was going to
Yep, big strategy. There you go. Using the string. Isn't it? Look how many you need on the bottom.
They might need your help.
Well, we got this one first. Now all of them are. But those two.
Once again, we'll let you use that.
Yeah, we need to make it good. You got it.
All right, so we can see that this team's having a little bit of a problem over here. So maybe we can come over here and give them some strategies. All right, you can pick that up off the ground with your hand. Here we go. All right. All right, what strategy do you use?
Pull it hard.
All right, let's push
You got these two double stacks.
We need to put it on the cup.
I like that you're pushing it together.
Go to that one. This way.
All right, so we're going to do this for about 30 more seconds. I'm just going to count backwards in my head because we don't have a timer on the board.
Yeah, use the strings to try to string it and everything.
There you go. Yeah.
Persevere. All right.
You gotta pull yours. Pull yours out.
Yes. Yes.
Good job.
This one.
He's got the same allergies as
All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, so close. 4, 3, just 1, 2, 1. Time's up. Good job, guys. Well done. Good job, Wacky Watermelon. All right, Wacky Watermelons, if we could have you stand around your table so we can talk about, did you experience perseverance? Was it a challenge? We're gonna turn it back over to your house leader, ask those questions for you.
Okay, so I want you to turn and talk to your neighbor, and I want you to think about what did you learn about perseverance by doing this particular activity. I'm gonna give you 30 seconds.
We're all winners.
I said that's why you won.
We did. You don't absolutely. She helped us persevere for sure.
It might not work out.
But did you have fun? To work together? Was it?
All right, so we're gonna take a moment to share out about what you learned about perseverance by doing the cup stacking activity. Anybody on this team want to share?
Don't think about only yourself.
Yeah.
Don't think about only yourself, because sometimes when you give up, it affects the people around you, right? Especially if you're on a team. Anybody play sports of any kind? Yeah, and if you just give up, it's going to affect your team. So yeah, very good.
Never do stuff without any help.
Yeah, yeah, it helps when you have help as a team. Absolutely.
When our cups fell down, we didn't like throw the string or like throw the cups around. We just picked it back up.
Yep, kept trying. Yep. Someone had allergies over here and was picking those cups right up. Yep. Anybody over here?
Working together.
Yes. When you work together, it's easier to persevere, especially when you have people on your team that are encouraging you. Have you ever had anybody encourage you when you felt like giving up and just someone pushing you helped you along? Yep, absolutely. Is it easier to give up or just keep trying? Sometimes you want to give up, right? But how successful did you feel when you stacked at least one cup? It was like a little bit of victory, and you liked the taste of that victory, right? So you're like, let's try to do another one. This team over here crushed it, by the way. I mean, look at that. How did the victory feel over here?
Good.
Yeah, we were first, weren't we? Yeah. All right, if you take a look over here, there's the faces of East Elementary houses. Look at the joy on their faces.
But we have many, many more houses than
We do,
those
yeah.
We just picked a few.
Yep,
to
we
put
did.
up. So at East, we do love houses because it does build that community. And you can see here today that you have to work together as a team. So a lot of the activities that our students and house leaders do are team building activities to build that sense of community. And so for our friends who joined us this evening, did you feel like part of the team? Did you feel like you belong at East? Yeah. And do you love houses? Well, we appreciate you joining us this evening, and now we're just going to turn it over to any questions that you may have about houses. Do you have any questions about houses? And let's give our friends here a round of applause for helping out. And Mr. McEldowney. And Mrs. Robinson, thank you very much. And I do have to say that for us in our building, our school counselor is the person who is the backbone of houses because she does the scheduling, she runs the committee, and then helps to build those lessons. So that's why she participated in our presentation this evening.
Great.
Yes, thank you. Let's give Mrs. Robinson a round of applause. All right, and our friends, you may go ahead and have a seat. And are there any questions?
Sure, please go ahead.
I think it's great what you're doing out here, especially mixing the kids together age-wise, and they have a good time. All I can say is if we had a fourth person, we would have beat them.
Well, thank you very much. We're excited, and we do feel like it's a great opportunity for our students.
So, how many houses do you have total?
How many do we have?
Ask me tomorrow.
I'll ask you tomorrow. Okay, that's all right.
It's a lot.
We do have quite a few houses, and even throughout the building, we utilize teachers accompanied by EAs, but then also, we have our EL tutor, they have a house. So we maximize the number of houses with our staff throughout the building.
38 houses.
Yep, good enough, good enough. We just
Yeah, the exact number we didn't know, but
That's
we-
okay.
yeah.
That's okay. I didn't know if there's 3 or. So with that, is there how many of your kids are in a house? And it looks like there's first through, and I may have missed that or misunderstood, but the mentor students are all in that same house. So you have first grade on through to 5th grade.
Absolutely. So there are about 13 students per house, and a couple in each grade level, first grade through 5th. So, yeah.
Well, I love that it's no bigger than that 13 maybe, because it gets too big, then you start getting into cliques, and it gets a little harder probably to organize just from some other things I've done. That 12 to 15 is probably a good number, so it's manageable, and they stay together as a group, as a community of students with each other, and they build that camaraderie, that friendship too. And games like this, that they interact and do teamwork, but I'm not gonna lie, I had a little bit of anxiety with I wanted to push and pull, and so it's
It's because we only had 3.
but it was stuff like that's fun. So good job, kids, students. Thanks for doing that for us, and I hope you enjoy it because that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. And sometimes we do things like with kindness where we'll write a nice letter, different things like that. So there is a variety of activities that are involved. So, yeah, and it does definitely build a nice sense of community. And with our 5th grade students at the very end of the year, we give them a send-off. Like the last house meeting is always a party, and we always celebrate our oldest ones moving on, to the next level in their lives.
So I'm kind of capitalizing on the question. Sorry, but how do the students get put into a house?
So Mrs. Robinson does the scheduling. It's one of her biggest tasks at the start of the year with the houses. Like she said earlier, it's kind of like, she said, I'm glad I had middle school counseling because it really helped her with that. So once the skeleton was built and all of the students were in the house, it made it a lot easier because now she just has to put the first graders that come in, and to fill them in the new spots for the 5th graders who leave. Yep. And then as new students move in, she is made aware of who's moving in, and they are placed in a house.
Okay.
Yeah.
And my final question. Those that are in that house, do they stay in that house from 1st grade to 5th grade? Did I missed that already? Oh, thanks, Brian.
Yeah. Yep. They do. Yeah. I love your questions.
I think
Yes.
Brian was talking. You good? Yeah.
Yeah, so they stay in the whole time, so they do have that same group. And if a student does move and comes back, we do try to place them back
That
in
part
the
I
same
heard.
home.
Yes.
So it may not always work, but it is definitely something that Mrs. Robinson tries to do.
Excellent. Great job. Great job.
Absolutely, thank you.
I have a couple questions, and he asked it, but I don't think I quite got the answer. Is how does a student get into the houses? Because obviously not is every student in houses.
Yes.
Even our special needs population, we put them in a house and they travel together. So it's really great for the other kids too because.
Sometimes they don't get to go into the gen ed classrooms, and they're placed with the gen ed kids, and like Ms. Wyatt said, it builds that sense of community no matter race, if you're in a SOCOM unit, or it's just, yeah, it's awesome to see. And like she said, they see each other in the hallway. Even my son that's here tonight, he's like, oh, that kid's in my house, or Miss Holly is his house's teacher, so they have that bond and connection.
Gotcha. Thank you. I love the idea of houses. When I hear house, it makes me think Harry Potter. And I, as a kid who was in middle school when Harry Potter was really popular, I always wish that I had that kind of community in my own school because, we didn't have something as cool as this when I was here at East Elementary School. And so, I think that concept is so cool. And thank you for bringing that to our school district and bringing that to our students to give them that sense of community. I love the mentorship program, and I love having an older student to be able to look up to, and then growing in that program yourself, becoming a 5th grader, you then get to be the mentor that you were looking up to. And I want to thank Miss Robinson and Mr. Bagley and the star of our team, Lucy, for helping us win first place.
Yeah.
it's super awesome to get to come to your guys' school and get to connect with students, especially like Lucy's a first grader, and so to be able to connect with somebody who's just starting in our district, to see now I have this connection with Lucy, and I can't wait to see her continue on. And if you guys wanted a fourth, you should have, like, I don't know, asked Mr. Smith or anybody else up here could have like been.
We're all sitting here.
I was waiting.
I didn't see anybody really jump up.
I was waiting.
Sometimes they want to be asked, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes they want to feel wanted.
Exactly.
but-
Thank you, Abby.
You're welcome. I understood. But thank you so much, guys, for the presentation. I really appreciated it.
Thank you.
Are there
I
any
don't
further
have any questions, but thank you so much for having us here tonight, and thank you, is it Wacky Watermelons? I was thinking Wonderful Watermelons, but is it Wacky Watermelons? This was so much fun, and it's great to see this whole program and to see, it's building community. It's also building on the pillars of character that they're already, they already are developing, and in a fun way. So I don't recall having a meeting at East here before during my time on the board, but this definitely did not disappoint. So
Thank you.
So thank you all very much, and thank you all very much for participating with us in this and showing us your houses here.
Yeah, absolutely great. The concept of building a sense of community, right? That exposure to other grade levels, that exposure to special needs students, that's great. And we haven't mentioned it, but leadership too, right? And by the time a fifth grader graduates or moves on and has had a chance to mentor all of these, you've built those skills. And now they head to the middle school, right? A little bigger, a little scarier, but with a little more confidence, right? Wonderful program. Thank you. Thank you, students, for
Thanks,
being
Wacky
here
Watermelon.
tonight. Parents for bringing them out. So we're going to move on. This is an excellent time. You can stay if you'd like, but you can certainly go as well. There's games and bedtime and all sorts of other things. So we'll see you. Best of luck to you.